You know, I've told you before, I'm not really an expert, and as far as betting advice on football, you should probably do the opposite of what I recommend, especially after this game against the 49ers.
It's time to talk Saints football with your host, the one and only Steve Wiley.
Welcome to Steve Wiley's Saints Minute. We're celebrating our 200th subscriber. God bless you. Thanks so much. Okay. You know, every week I kind of wrap the thing up with, I take a look at the betting line on the game, and boy, I blew it this week. I think I blew it last week too. Point spread against the 49ers was 10. I said, don't touch it. Well, you should have. I said, bet the over. If you did, I apologize. I'm sorry. Anyway, we move on. The Saints really had a great game against San Francisco, but it was a costly victory. Some injuries. C.J. Gardner-Johnson hurt his arm, but he says he'll be okay. Traquan Smith got a concussion. Teron Armstead tweaked something in his leg. Marshawn Lattimore left the field. He did not go to the locker room. He watched the rest of the game from the bench. Patrick Robinson came in, picked off a pass in the end zone to put the last nail in the 49ers' coffin. You may or may not remember that actually Robinson was the Saints' first-round pick about 10 years ago. And back in those days, he'd either pick off the pass or get burned for the big play. It seemed like there was nothing in between. So they shipped him off to Philadelphia, and he came back to New Orleans with a Super Bowl ring. We're worried about Drew Brees, of course. Rib contusion. Preliminary reports are he may miss 3 or 4 games. So we'll see what happens with that. I saw a lot of criticism of Jameis Winston's play in social media on Monday. And yeah, he didn't look great. He didn't. But that being said, I got to wonder how many reps he got in practice. Being that he will likely be starting against Atlanta, I'm sure he'll get more reps, knock a little rust off. So we'll just, we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. What's going to happen? Well, we'll find out on Sunday. Taysom had a big game and a bad game at the same time. He fumbled, but he ran the ball a lot in the fourth quarter to help the game, help shorten the game and salt away the victory for the Saints. Alvin Kamara. He only rushed for 15 yards on 8 carries. Terrible, huh? Well, don't worry. He found the end zone 3 times. Demario Davis, he had a big game. 12 combined tackles, 4 solos, knocked down a pass or 2, sacked the quarterback. By the way, big news for him on the personal front. I don't know if you know about this. Demario's daughter, who is only about a year or so old, was afflicted with cancer. She lost her left eye, and they were worried that she might lose the right one as well. Well, she has been declared cancer-free. Thank God for that. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. There have been times when that guy's had me tearing my hair out by the roots with his penalties. Pass interference, defensive holding, blah, blah, blah. But I'll tell you what, he has really stepped up his game lately. He was a big factor Sunday night, blitzing off the edge, playing that nickel corner position, and he was really disruptive. So it looks to me like this Saints defense is going to be a factor down the stretch, and they couldn't be getting hot at a better time. Michael Thomas signed the big contract. He really hasn't been much of a factor. He wasn't a factor Sunday night, 2 catches. And, of course, I think he missed, 6 games this year between injuries and disciplinary measures. We'll see what happens with that as we move forward. The big thing, like I mentioned that I blew the prediction on the point spread, the over-under, because I figured 48, we'll see a lot of scoring in that. But, the 49ers came into the game averaging 25 points offensively, and the Saints held them to 13. The week before that, they held the Tampa Bay Bucks and Hall of Famer Tom Brady to a field goal. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Okay. Sunday, it's off to Atlanta. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That makes my teeth grind. Anyway, Dirty Birds up next. We'll be back in a few days to talk more about that. Thanks for joining us for Steve Wiley's Saints Minute. If you like what you've seen, please like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it very much.